Today, we're gonna see the dumbest ways to die. I assume that one day I'll be on this list, so I need to prep myself by watching this. Let's have a look. What are the dumbest ways to die?
Man's downfall.
By being a macho man.
A guy who cares more about seeming like the manliest man than his own personal safety.
That is hot.
For one unfortunate fellow from Pato Branco, Brazil, wanting to appear tough resulted in the opposite effect, and ultimately, his demise. When the 48-year-old climbed into bed one night, he felt a sudden twinge of pain on his leg. Pulling back the
googly
sheets,
eyes.
He spotted a Brazilian brown spider, which...
Oh no, God, I hate those.
...had bitten him. These little critters might not look as scary as some of our planet's other arachnids, but their venom packs a seriously painful punch.
That looks terrifying.
Brazilian brown spider bites can lead to infections and serious health problems. For this man, though, despite the intense pain, the other symptoms weren't so obvious. At first. Not that he paid his symptoms any mind anyway, as despite his family's insistence, he refused to get the bite checked out by a doctor. Within a matter of days, however, his body had begun to swell up, his legs became virtually unresponsive, and his kidneys began to fail. By the time he finally put his ego aside, it was too late. He died.
Fellas, is it gay to go to the hospital for spider bites that are shutting down your kidneys? I don't know, man. I like to put on a pretty masculine persona, so, you know, doesn't hurt. I'm good, bro. Is it gay to go to the hospital?
Behind a clear lesson to all macho men. You can outmuscle many things in life, brother, but a venomous spider bite ain't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like a real man, then you just punch the poison out of yourself, honestly, bro.
Gnarly bail, dude. There's nothing wrong with being a thrill seeker, just as long as the thrills you seek aren't laced with total stupidity. Unfortunately, the thrills this next Darwin Award recipient sought out contained lethal doses of idiocy.
Some of the editing on this video is crazy to me. Like, what is happening here?
At Bogus Basin in Idaho, one snowboarder decided the allocated ski areas just weren't exciting enough, and decided to up the thrill factor in a supremely stupid way. Without taking any precautions to check for traffic, he decided to attempt to jump over the main road leading to the top of the mountain. Unfortunately, this particular road happened to be in regular use, but the bird-brained boarder attempted to clear it anyway. But when the trick proved to be an utter failure, the snowboarder didn't just have the embarrassment to contend with. He also had the SUV coming directly at him with no time to react and nowhere to swerve to worry about. But he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? Swerve off the side of a mountain? Imagine he does that and you have to live with that in your conscience. Thankfully, that didn't happen. He just plowed straight through the guy.
Because he wasn't wearing a helmet. And the impact the SUV made was so severe, it killed him almost instantly.
Oh my God. Jeez, was the board okay? You know, we don't want other people to suffer for that. That's really fucked because the people that are in the car, they're gonna be traumatized. It's like when people jump onto like railway tracks. What are you doing? You're traumatizing the poor train driver.
Holy moly. There are many things that can go wrong in a burglary attempt. The homeowners might catch you in the act. There might be an angry Doberman with a taste for burglars waiting for you inside. You might even fall through the ceiling 24 feet to the floor below. Well, that last one is a little less likely, but it's exactly what happened to one burglar in Nevada in 2019. While trying to cut himself an entry point into the roof of a hair salon in Carson City, he lost his footing, falling straight into the hole he'd just made. With the ceiling being over 20 feet high,
the fucking editing, man.
Must have been hoping he'd land in the comfort of a barber's chair rather than on an upturned pair of scissors. But neither outcome occurred, as instead he crashed straight down onto the cold, hard floor and was killed instantly. Needless to say,
Jesus
there are
Christ.
better ways to get a free haircut.
Imagine that. I mean, okay, this guy's a terrible burglar. Imagine rocking up to work the next morning and it's just like a body there. A massive hole in the ceiling. Also, why are you trying to break into a barber's? Mate, what are you expecting to get from that? Were you gonna steal some shaving foam or something? Some hair gel? You gonna steal the barber's chair? What the fuck were you gonna get from there?
Having a blast. There are many ways
of all the places you can break into
when living in a small apartment complex. Loud music, annoying pets, and parties are the usual problems.
That's me dancing, by the way.
Block in Tiraspol, Moldova, one problematic neighbor made a bang that was more than just noisy. On a
sex,
yeah. In February 2019, residents of the apartment complex were suddenly met with an almighty boom. As glass exploded out from one apartment window into the street below, the emergency services were called to investigate. When police arrived, the apartment block's gas was shut off, as it was initially assumed a gas leak had caused the explosion. But as the police began to piece the mystery together,
it was a grenade.
The explosion was quickly ruled out in favor of something much more ridiculous.
No, was it a grenade?
The owner of the apartment in which the explosion had occurred was somewhat of a military enthusiast.
Oh my God, if I'm predicting this, I swear,
he had a large assortment of weapons in his room, including grenades.
Oh my God, yes! Let's go!
And had someone to set one off while perusing his phone.
I was joking! Literally pre-watched, I'm so good at this! What the? How did I just predict that? That's insane. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
But miraculously, left the rest of the complex largely untouched. Unsurprisingly, though, the grenade-toting apartment owner himself was very much dead when the police arrived. Hand grenades. Not even once.
Okay, if you're a military guy, how do you accidentally set off a grenade? That just sounds like
myself.
maybe just
Certain
sucked.
people will go to great lengths nowadays for the perfect Instagram photo opportunity. After all, how are people going to know how much fun their lives are without plastering it all over social media? Sarcastic though my tone may be, this mindset is very much real for some folk. And what's more, desperation for a great pic at any cost has forcibly removed a select few from the gene pool in recent years.
Wait, was he underwater? Was that camera waterproof? Because he was underwater with a camera on a tripod, and I'm pretty sure that camera didn't look waterproof.
Fordham University in New York back in 2019. Late one night, she and her friends had the not-so-bright idea to climb an off-limits clock tower on campus, hoping to snap a few Insta-worthy pics at the top. But
oh no, this is like when those parkour videos go wrong. I've seen so many of those parkour videos where people just like grab onto the side of skyscrapers and record themselves walking along like really thin beams. This is what happens when that goes wrong.
It was the excitement of a photo op or just the darkness of the evening. During the ascent, the student made a fatal mistake. Somehow, she managed to fall out of an open alcove and over the edge, plummeting to the lower roof of the building.
Somehow? What do you mean somehow? At the dead of night on a random castle?
Serious injuries sustained from her.
Bro, you can't showcase. No, you can't showcase someone falling and dying and just be like, oh yeah, this footage will do a really good job. They were in the editing booth and were like, make sure you get the worst ragdoll you could possibly find.
She did
that's awesome.
A few pics before falling, but she never even got to share them with the world. Was it worth it? Unless those pics ever get released, we'll never know for sure. But
oh no, I hate those pictures. The pictures that people take just before they die and stuff. Seeing that when people pass away, like their last tweets and their last videos is like, oh, it's really morbid to look at.
Ride of your life. Some ideas are so dumb, even just hearing about them makes you feel slightly less intelligent.
That's abuse. I hate that bull stuff. That's nasty.
In the Netherlands in June 2020. A young man and his friend, perhaps after watching the televised antics of Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera and co., decided to tie a shopping cart to a car and go for a ride. Clearly, pulling the short straw, one of them clambered into the cart, while the other took the much less treacherous role of driver. As the engine roared into life, the cart rider hesitantly stood up in his humble chariot and prepared to feel the wind in his hair.
I'm just distracted by the amount of windmills that are in the background here. There's no street in the world that has random windmills. Look at all these windmills. Why are there so many windmills here?
He was reportedly able to engage in this unconventional style of surfing for a little while. It wasn't long before the cart began to lose stability. Before he knew it, the shopping cart tamer was buckarooed right off, traveling at a significant speed, and landed in a crumpled heap on the tarmac, dying instantly.
Jesus Christ, what they're thinking, man? A shopping cart? Really? A trolley?
Never condone partaking in a joyride of this kind, but if you're dumb enough to insist, at least wear a helmet and protective gear, because as this guy learned in the split second before his annihilation,
didn't even put a helmet on. Okay, great.
Faces are not a pleasant mix.
Good job, man.
This thing loaded.
Russian roulette?
An incident of such outrageous stupidity occurred, it would seem more place in a wacky cartoon than in real life. At a birthday celebration in the town of Shahpur in the Indian state of Maharashtra, a 28-year-old man decided...
You can tell he struggled with that. He definitely fumbled with that name a little bit.
Take a look through the party host's belongings. Finding what was quite obviously a very real revolver and mistaking it for a toy, he jokingly pointed it at himself. Sensing no danger whatsoever and committed to the gag, he pulled the trigger. As a gunshot cut through the fun atmosphere of the party, guests poured in from other rooms and saw the aftermath.
Oh my God.
The guests were left shocked and disturbed by the incident and were...
What the fuck? What is this? The editing is like killing me, man. I can't believe this.
Very important lessons. Firstly, if you own guns, don't leave them lying around loaded when you throw a party. Secondly, don't invite people to your party with less than 3 brain cells. And thirdly, even if you suspect a gun to be fake, never hold it up to yourself and open fire before you've double, triple, and quadruple checked with the owner. Treat every gun like it's loaded. Otherwise, at the very least, you may ruin a perfectly good party. And nobody likes a party pooper.
The Darwin Awards. Literally the Darwin Awards is the dumbest ways to die.
Rapid exit.
Oh,
Every
God.
Once in a while,
Oh,
in the
God.
process of accidentally removing themselves from the gene pool in spectacularly embarrassing ways, people actually end up saving lives. For one unlucky man from Somalia, though, saving lives was far from his intention, yet he somehow managed it anyway. The man in question boarded a commercial flight from Abdinati International Airport in Mogadishu, Somalia on February 2nd, 2016, with diabolical intentions. His plan, it seemed, had been to smuggle a laptop on board, which was fitted with a bomb and detonated.
Oh my God!
Bringing the plane crashing down.
Jesus Christ!
Getting the bomb past security, and shortly after takeoff, prepared for everyone on board's fiery demise. The
Jesus
terrorist
Christ!
detonated his device and it exploded according to plan. But in a shocking and admittedly kind of hilarious turn of events, he blew a hole in the side of the plane right next to him, which sucked him straight out into the open air. While a couple of other people were injured, no passengers died, and the plane turned around and landed safely back at the airport.
Yes! Good ending unlocked, baby!
While the world's unluckiest terrorist was treated to a nice flight of his own, straight down to the ground at terminal velocity. What was left of him was later scraped off the road near Mogadishu, and about as dignified an ending as he deserved.
Yeah, you suck! Good ending unlocked, let's go! Terrorist, you suck, idiot. And on that, I guess, positive notes? Make sure you subscribe to More Patterrz if you haven't already. I also stream every day on my main channel, 4 p.m. UK time. Hope to see you there.